Have you ever woken from a dream so vivid it felt like another reality? The disorientation you feel upon waking might be your brain intentionally blurring those recollections. Some scientists propose a radical idea. Dreams aren't mere imagination. They're our consciousness, navigating between different cosmic realms. I know, it sounds out there, but many dreams in real life present scientific puzzles that remain unexplained. For example, why do you dream of unfamiliar locations, places you've never visited, but they feel eerily known, unsettlingly authentic? Why do certain dream visions later occur exactly in your future? Some scenarios repeat persistently, as if they're genuine memories buried deep within. These puzzling dream occurrences led to the multiverse hypothesis in science. They started questioning, if dreams go beyond simple fantasies, to cross-dimensional conscious experiences, this astonishing perspective, does it have any basis in reality? Behind those strange dreams, what truths might be concealed? Let me share a few scientifically documented eerie dream cases. The realities behind these bizarre incidents could completely reshape how you view dreams in everyday life. There are dream phenomena science can't fully decipher. Some occurrences are thoroughly recorded and widely reported, capturing scientists' interest. The first rigorously documented case happened in 1979. An ordinary American named David Booth Assange dreamed of a plane crash repeatedly, remembering the plane's model and details clearly. In panic, he contacted authorities, but was dismissed. However, on the 10th day, the dream became reality. May 25, 1979, American Airlines Flight 191 crashed near Chicago Airport, killing 273 people. This event has clear media records and widespread reporting, and is still considered one of the strangest dream phenomena. Additionally, there are two phenomena widely discussed online, but with relatively unclear authenticity. Many people claim they often dream of a stranger they've never met, clearly remembering the person's appearance, voice, and even life details. Years later, that stranger actually appears in real life, shocking everyone. This phenomenon has been widely reported to date, with lively discussions online, but it lacks rigorous scientific records, remaining an unsolved mystery. Another phenomenon is even more bizarre. Many people report online that they often dream of a city that doesn't exist in reality, each time dreaming of this city's streets, architecture, even map details are extremely consistent and precise. Worldwide, many people draw maps that are very similar. This phenomenon is known as the Dream City, gaining popularity on online forums and social media, but it also lacks rigorous scientific explanation and confirmation. The above dream phenomena mix reality and illusion. Hard to explain. This leads scientists to pose a daring question. Are these bizarre dream phenomena just coincidences and random brain activity? Or is there some currently unknown, real science at work? If behind dreams there are scientific secrets we don't know, then human consciousness might truly cross dimensions during sleep. To clarify these questions, we must start from a rigorous scientific perspective and delve into the possible mechanisms behind these dream phenomena. Traditionally, scientists believed that dreams are merely random brain activity or fragments of daytime experiences and memories pieced together, but the ones we just mentioned authentically recorded bizarre dream phenomena. For example, dreaming of a plane crash in advance, dreaming of strangers who appear later, even repeatedly dreaming of non-existent cities. These phenomena clearly can't be explained by random coincidence. In recent decades, with quantum mechanics, multiverse theories, and other new scientific concepts emerging, a group of scientists began to consider a very bold question. Could dreams not be fantasies at all, but a genuine, cross-dimensional conscious experience? This sounds a bit extreme, but don't rush to dismiss it. Let's analyze it step by step from a scientific viewpoint. First, you've probably heard of parallel universes, or the multiverse. Now, many in the scientific community accept this theory. Our universe may not be the only one. Every decision you make, every event you experience, might in other dimensions branch into countless different versions of reality. In other words, at this moment, there might be countless different versions of you, in different dimensions, living different versions of reality in the universe. On the other hand, quantum physics has recently uncovered some strange phenomena, leading some physicists to suspect our consciousness may not be entirely limited to our own brains, but could even involve some higher dimensional existence, capable of crossing space and even dimensional boundaries. In 2014, Oxford University physicist Roger Penrose and medical expert Stuart Hameroff proposed what is called the quantum consciousness hypothesis scientific viewpoint. They believe human consciousness might actually operate at the quantum level, and with other cosmic dimensions. There is a subtle connection. This theory, although not widely confirmed by the scientific community, but at least for those unexplained dream phenomena, provides a reasonable scientific conjecture. So here's the question. If human consciousness can really cross dimensions, how is that achieved? Our brains during sleep might use what specific mechanism to complete this cross-dimensional communication? In fact, every night when you fall asleep, the brain enters a stage called rapid eye movement sleep. Scientists have found at this time, your brain is actually very active, even close to your waking state. It's just that your body is in complete relaxation and immobilized state. In this state, the brain emits specific frequency brainwaves. Some scientists suspect this particular brainwave might coincide with some quantum state resonance, triggering what is called quantum effects, allowing your consciousness to briefly connect with other cosmic dimensions, establishing some kind of link. You can think of it this way. Normally when awake, your consciousness is like being locked to a fixed channel, only able to receive information from the real universe you're in. But after entering rapid eye movement sleep, this special quantum resonance phenomenon of the brain is like switching your radio channel, temporarily linking to the information flow of another dimension. Therefore, you temporarily disconnect from the familiar reality channels and enter the real scene on another channel. This forms a dream. But why do we always feel upon waking that dreams are fragmented and chaotic? Scientists have an explanation. Your brain actually has a protective mechanism. After you wake up, it quickly closes the interdimensional channel and tries to blur those cross-dimensional information and memories to avoid serious information conflicts. So when you wake up, you only remember fragments of the dream or vague details. It's hard to recall the complete picture. Another phenomenon, have you noticed? In dreams, you often feel your body is slow, unable to run fast or even make a sound. This might be when you enter other dimensional universes, some kind of dimensional adaptation disorder. The laws of physics differ in different dimensions, causing you to be unable to move freely there. Of course, all this is just speculation at present, needing more rigorous scientific research to verify, but at least this mechanism model can initially help us understand, behind those strange dreams, the possible true principles. Now, if dreams are really passageways across dimensions, the cosmic world on the other side of the dream, what will it look like? The other self you meet in your dreams, what kind of existence is it? We need to consider the first possibility. The dream is connected. It might be what we call a parallel universe. You can imagine, the instant you enter the dream, your consciousness is like a signal, suddenly jumping to another channel. And this channel is another genuine universe. In there might be someone identical to you, walking through the bustling streets of Tokyo. Their profession might be totally different from yours. For example, a writer or an actor, and you in real life have never touched these professions. In that universe, the friends around them are completely different, experiencing an entirely different life. They might even be 10 years younger than you, or a different gender altogether, but in the dream, you can feel, that person is me. This is a strange experience, but it also explains why sometimes you experience in dreams an indescribable sense of authenticity and familiarity, as if you've really lived there for a long time. Now there's an even more innovative concept. The other world connected by dreams might not be the physical space we imagine at all, but a universe of pure consciousness. What is a conscious universe? You can simply understand it as a vast space composed entirely of information, ideas, and memories. There are no physical restrictions, no concepts of time or space. All experiences happen at the consciousness level. Your thoughts, memories can instantly connect to countless other consciousnesses. For example, You suddenly enter a different era in your dream, meeting someone you've never seen, but who feels incredibly familiar. Even in just a few minutes, living a complete and clear life. These dream experiences that go beyond common sense. Might be you entering evidence of a pure conscious universe. Of course, whether parallel universes or conscious universes. So currently, these are just bold conjectures from science and philosophy, needing more evidence to confirm. But the important thing is, once these ideas are established, it raises a very profound philosophical question. If the universe connected by dreams is real, then the world we wake up to every day, how should we define it? We believe every day that what we see before us is reality. But compared to the other world experienced in dreams, is it really more real? Then we have to seriously explore a fundamental issue: dreams and reality. Who is more authentic? Now let me ask you a question. What makes us believe the world we live in now is the real one? Because we can see it, touch it, feel it. But in dreams, we also feel genuine joys and sorrows, even bodily touch and pain. Waking from a dream. I believe many have woken up crying. Is that reality weaker than being awake? Philosophers have long raised this point. In fact, the reality humans perceive is entirely based on information received by the brain and sensory experiences. In other words, the world before our eyes is just the brain processing sensory signals, a constructed experience, rather than absolutely objective. If that's the case, dreams are also a kind of experience constructed by the brain. Why isn't it real? The ancient philosopher Zhuangzi once shared a famous story. He dreamed he became a butterfly. Upon waking, he suddenly wasn't sure whether he was a man dreaming of being a butterfly or a butterfly dreaming of being him. This question from thousands of years ago to today has no answer. Modern philosophy and science have thought even deeper. Perhaps what we call the real world at this moment is just a dream of ourselves in another dimension. You, at this moment, might be dreaming in a higher dimension. When you wake up in that dimension, the entire familiar world might disappear in an instant. Do you think this idea is absurd? But from a logical and philosophical perspective, this question has no loopholes. We can't completely rule it out. And this raises a very disturbing, unavoidable philosophical question. The world we wake up to every day, and the dream world we enter every night, who is more real? If dreams can be as real as reality, then our meaning of life, emotional pursuits, and all experiences, should they all be redefined? Everything we think is important now. Might it be meaningless in another dimension? How do we define reality? How do we define our existence? If the boundary between dreams and reality really blurs, how can humans face such a confusing truth? Perhaps the answer isn't as complicated as you think, because whether dream or reality, they are all genuine experiences for you, shaping your memories, emotions, and life. Reality or not, is never determined by the objective world, but by your inner feelings. To define the joys and sorrows you experience in dreams, and all the feelings in the real world, is there any essential difference to your heart? When you dream of a strange city, as clear as personal experience. When you dream of an important person leaving, waking up crying, sad and unable to extricate yourself, they are all real, can't be more real. This is precisely our definition of reality. Needs to be re-examined. Perhaps we should stop insisting on distinguishing the boundaries between dreams and reality, but accept they are all parts of our life experiences. Humans' understanding of the universe, awareness of life, is always in the process of pushing boundaries. Constant redefinition, and dreams might be to remind us. The world is far more mysterious than we imagine, deeper, and more worthy of awe. So tonight, when you close your eyes, you might as well think, are you entering a dream or another real universe? And when you wake up again, where will it be? But if you wake up tomorrow morning, it's no longer the world we live in today. Can you distinguish it? This question might keep you up